Hello students, in the previous video as I have told you that we will study about the selection sort. So selection sort is quite similar to the insertion sort, but as we are given the array example right here, that is 7 4 10 8 3 1. So same like the insertion sort, we have to divide the given array into two separate lists, or the list into the two separate lists. The one is the sorted subarray list and the other is the unsorted subarray list. But what we were doing in the insertion sort was that we were taking the first element as by default it as a in the sorted subarray list, because if we are having a one element, only one element, that is sorted. No need to make comparisons for that and compare it when then sorted. It is by default sorted. So we were taking it in our sorted subarray list in case of the insertion sort, and the rest of the elements in our unsorted subarray list, and then we were comparing all the elements in the unsorted subarray list one by one with the single element, and then later on with all the elements in the sorted subarray list. But here it is a quite different case. Here we will be it is quite similar, but the funda here is a bit different from the insertion sort. So let me tell you what is the actual funda here in the selection sort. Yeah, we will be dividing the given array or the list into the two subarray lists, but let me do it for you here. To the left of the 7, the first element in the given array or the list, we will be having the unsorted subarray, the sorted subarray list, and here we will be having the unsorted subarray list. So you got what is the funda here in the selection sort, that we will take an empty sorted subarray list in case of the selection sort, and that is the major difference of taking the uh, sub-array lists from the given array list between the insertion sort and the selection sort. So here it is a very simple. If we compare it with the insertion sort, that is a bit complex, but selection sort is quite simpler than the selection sort if we compare both, right? So what we have to do right now, we are having no element in the sorted subarray list, and but we are having 6 element in the unsorted subarray list. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to find out the minimum element in the unsorted subarray list and then place it with the first element in the unsorted subarray list, right? So you got the point. You have to find out the minimum element from the unsorted subarray list and place it with the first element with the first element in the sub array list. No matter what is the value of that element, you have to simply switch both the elements, the minimum element with the first element of the unsorted subarray list. So here we are having in this given subarray list, we are having the minimum element is equal to 1. So we have to switch it, we have to swap it with this 7, which is the first element in the unsorted subarray list. So if I do so, so then our subarray list will become 1 7 4 10 3 no 7 will be shifted there, right? So we will be having 1 4 10 8 3 and 7 will be shifted to the place of 1, so it will become the end of the subarray list. So now we will place 1 in our sorted subarray list, right? So we are having 1 in our sorted subarray list and the rest of the elements, that are 4 10 8 3 7, in our unsorted subarray list. So we don't have to compare all the elements with the element in the sorted subarray list, but we have to again repeat the process as we did in the first step. We have to find out the minimum element and then again we have to switch it with the first element in our unsorted subarray list, right? So now if again we take a look at our unsorted subarray list and try to find out the minimum element in our subarray list. So here we are having the minimum element as 3. So we have to swap this with 4 and 4 will go to the place of 3. So if I write this again, so I will get 1 3 10 8, 4 and 7, right? So now up till here I am having the sorted subarray list. 1 and 3 will become the part of the sorted subarray list, and the rest of the element that are 10, 8, 4 and 7, the unsorted subarray list. They are in the unsorted subarray list. So again we have to take a look at our unsorted subarray list and try to find out the minimum element and switch it with the first element of the unsorted subarray list. So here we can see the minimum element is 4 and the first element is 10, so we have to switch the 4 with 10, right? So it will become 1, 3, right, 4 and 10 will move at the place of the 4, so it will become 8. Here we will write 10 and here we will write 7, right? So in our sorted subarray list, we are having 1, 3 and 4. 3 elements we are having in the sorted subarray list, and the in unsorted subarray list 8, 10, 7, 3 element the same we are having in the unsorted subarray list. So again we have to take a look at our unsorted subarray list and to find out the minimum element in that, and then we have to switch it with the first element of the unsorted subarray list. So here if we take a look, the minimum element is 7 and the first element of the unsorted subarray list is 8, so we have to switch 8 with 10. So if we do so, then our list will become 1, 3, 4, 7, 10 and 8, right? So in our sorted subarray list now we will be having the 4 elements that are 1, 3, 4, 7. As we switch the 7 with the 8, so 7 will move to the sorted subarray list, and in the unsorted subarray list we are having only 2 elements that are 10 and 8, right? So again we have to take a look at our unsorted subarray list and look for the minimum element and switch it with the first element of the unsorted subarray list. So here we are having 8 as the minimum element and the first element of unsorted subarray list is 10, so we have to switch them both and our array will become 1, 3, 4, 7, 8 and 10. So apparently if we take a look at our array now, this is sorted, but still we are having one element in our unsorted subarray list. So we don't have to compare it with the other elements, because if we are having only one element, that is by default sorted. So 10 is also sorted. So if now again this was the given array, right? 7, 4, 10, 8, 3, 1. We divided it into the two subarrays lists. In case of selection sort, we took the sorted subarray list as empty, and in the unsorted subarray list the rest of the element we placed, right? Then we look for the minimum element in the unsorted subarray list and switched its place with the first element of the unsorted subarray list. That was what the actual funda was of the selection sort, right? And finally we got the answer as the sorted sub array or the sorted list, right? This is the final answer as we got after using the selection sort. So now you can see that this is sorted in the ascending order, right? 1, 3, 4, 7, 8. So this is sorted, right? So we used selection sort to sort the given array or the list. So in the next video we will discuss about the shell sort, right?